Tomir is CEO of Altach Biomedical, and welcome along. So Tomir holds an MSc from UAM in Poznan. He's a Polish native and has over 15 years experience in the medical device and orthopedic sector. Tomir leads a team made up of 2 professors and 4 PhDs. One of them is in the room as well, I think.
Professor.
There he is, Professor. And who have clearly got the faith in Tomir to lead and commercialise this very exciting biomedical business. So, Tomir, after you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming today. Altach Biomedical, so we're a spin-out from Trinity College and we're based here in Dublin. And our goal is to become the gold standard in cartilage repair and the treatment of mild to moderate osteoarthritis. So cartilage defects, they're painful, they lower our quality of life, but unfortunately cartilage as a tissue does not possess an ability to heal or regenerate itself. And as of today, there's really no current treatment that fully succeeds in regenerating our cartilage. Untreated, cartilage defects often lead to osteoarthritis, which is one of the leading causes of disabilities today, with 1 in 6 adults in the US suffering from it. Hence the big push both from the orthopedic surgical community as well, the industry, for what we call joint preserving treatments. So treatments that preserve our joint and delay the onset of osteoarthritis. But again, no gold standard is available today. So if you have a look at a graph showing a sort of continuum of care for patients who start with a cartilage defect and progress to severe osteoarthritis, there's various treatment modalities available depending on the stage, starting with lifestyle changes, going through injections, and then moving into surgical interventions, and ending up at the end of the day with a partial or total knee replacement. Where we feel Altach's product really fits a big unmet need is for a biologic solution that is surgically implanted, but in a minimally invasive manner that will allow you to regenerate your cartilage and delay that total knee replacement or partial knee replacement as far down the line as we can. So what is our product? Our product is a collagen-based scaffold that was developed of over 10 years of research at Trinity. First unique feature is really the material itself. So our implant is made out of type 2 collagen. Now why is that relevant? It's relevant because type 2 collagen is what our native healthy cartilage is built out of. We are the only type 2 collagen scaffold in development, and the reason for that is that up till now, historically, other competitive devices have been using type 1 or type 3 collagen because of difficulties in creating a robust, mechanically robust scaffold out of type 2 collagen. And that's what our technology allows us to do, is it allows us to process type 2 collagen in a way that creates an implant that can be used in the human body. It's a single stage procedure, so we only require 1 surgery, unlike many other cell-based procedures which require the patient to have a biopsy first and then to put the implant in. The implant itself is optimized in terms of its structure to maximize cellular infiltration. And the end result is that we get cartilage that resembles healthy native cartilage. So we're regrowing our cartilage. And we've proven that in an animal model. To help you visualize what I've just said, I'd like to show a short animation, give you a better idea of what the product actually looks like.
Painful and decrease our quality of life. Untreated, they may lead to osteoarthritis, one of the leading causes of joint-related disabilities. Unfortunately, cartilage does not possess an innate ability to heal itself. Altach's collagen scaffold is designed to regenerate native cartilage. The implant is a scaffold made of type 2 collagen, which is the building block of natural healthy cartilage. It is the only type 2 collagen scaffold currently in development. The implant promotes the rebuilding and regeneration of the cartilage and the underlying subchondral bone. During an arthroscopic procedure, the size of the defect is determined. A hole is drilled and the appropriate implant is placed in the defect using a press-fit technique. Once the implant is implanted, the regenerative process begins. New cartilage is formed through the infiltration of cells, a creation of an extracellular matrix, and the remodeling of bone through osteoclasts and osteoblasts. This results in a repair with native-like cartilage.
Okay, and as mentioned in the previous slide, we have proven this in an animal model. So we have multiple published and peer-reviewed papers on this subject. And what we're showing basically in those papers is that the type of cartilage that we're regrowing has the right characteristics and from a histological and biomechanical point of view resembles our healthy cartilage. In terms of our IP, this technology is protected by a patent both in the US and Europe, but we are looking to enhance our IP portfolio as we move forward through the R&D process. In terms of the market opportunity, the total market for cartilage repair in general is forecasted to reach about 4.9 billion in 2027, of which 2.5 billion is surgical procedures related to cartilage repair. And we believe 80% of those surgical procedures could be used in conjunction with a Altach product. And if you take a targeted market penetration rate of around 20%, that would leave us a service obtainable market of 400 million. In terms of our competitors, the main ones of which I'll mention here, which is CartiHeal and Geistlich, we feel we offer advantages in a few key areas. So firstly, it's in the surgical technique itself. So our implant, as I mentioned in the shown animation, can be implanted arthroscopically. What we mean is through a very small incision, so it's something that's minimally invasive, which lowers the risk of infection for patients and also accelerates rehab. The aforementioned material, so we are the only type 2 collagen product in development today. And also in terms of the flexibility of the implant, what I mean by that is it can also be used, so it can be used standalone as a standalone procedure, but it can also be used in conjunction with other technologies that are out there today that are sometimes used to enhance healing. For example, bone marrow cells, stem cells, or PRP, and they can be used in conjunction with our product. And secondly, in terms of the indication, our products can be used for both very small defects, what we call chondral defects, and also for these larger defects where also the cartilage has gone down up to the bone, so what we call osteochondral defects. In terms of our product portfolio, we are currently working on 2 products simultaneously, an osteochondral implant and a chondral implant. We will be launching the osteochondral implant first, so the implant for these larger defects, as we believe this market space has much less competition and there's a bigger unmet need for these later stage larger defects. In terms of our team, the core of our team is the founding team at Trinity College, so Professor Daniel Kelly, who's the head of Chair of Tissue Engineering at Trinity, Professor Connor Buckley, who's here with me today, who's the head of the Trinity Center for Biomedical Engineering, and Dr. David Brow, so well over 40 years of experience in research in both cellular engineering and cartilage repair specifically. So I have Taco van der Veld, who's our partner from Holland, and myself, who Chris kindly introduced. My expertise has been primarily in business development and sales of orthopedic implants, ranging from knee replacements to synthetic ligaments, but all within the realm of knee surgery. We're also working with a key opinion leader, so this is Dr. Konrad Swinarski. He's one of Europe's leading cartilage repair and joint preservation surgeons, and he's also an experienced developing surgeon, having developed a number of products and brought them to market. And he's working with us on developing both the surgical instrumentation to actually implant the implant, but also on the clinical trial protocol. So a journey like this requires some partners, and I'd like to showcase a few of them here. So firstly, of course, Trinity. We are continuing to work with Trinity as the project progresses. Also in the realm of non-dilutive grant opportunities, as we are applying for grants such as the EIC transition grant within a consortium with Trinity. ProPharma Group is our consulting partner. Our product is a Class 3 device, which is a high-risk device according to the regulatory requirements, which means we have quite a significant regulatory burden. Hence, we're using ProPharma as a company who's experienced with Class 3 devices. And finally, HCM Medical. They're our chosen R&D and future contract manufacturing partner. They're a company based in the Netherlands whose primary business is developing and manufacturing collagen-based medical products, and we will be doing the work with them. So to give you an idea of the timeline and the regulatory pathway, as of today, we're at the preclinical stage. We're looking to begin the regulatory process, so setting up our management system and technical file. And our first major milestone is what you call reaching a design lock or design freeze, which we're looking to achieve within about 18 months. And that will allow us to progress to the next stage, which is the verification and validation. This is where all the necessary biocompatibility, viral and activation studies take place, and they culminate with a larger scale animal trial. This will allow us then to apply for ethical approval for the first in human trial, which is forecasted to begin in 2026 on a group of 240 patients and will last 2 years. And hopefully following a successful trial, we'll be able to gain market approval both in the US and Europe. So we're looking at about approximately 5 years from today. So in terms of this round, we're currently raising 950,000 euro, 650 of which has already been pledged by institutional investors and Enterprise Ireland. And so we're looking for 300,000 euro through crowdfunding with Spark, which will be going live very shortly. In terms of exit opportunities, the obvious opportunity for Altach is acquisition from the major orthopedic OEMs based in the US. So we have companies such as Stryker, Zimmer, Arthrex, or ConMed. And the usual inflection point for these acquisitions is a successful regulatory approval or FDA approval. So we're looking at a 5-year window. And in terms of, to give you an idea of the exits, so actually in some good timing, 4 hours ago, one of our competitors, CartiHeal, was acquired by Smith & Nephew for 330 million. And a similar company, well, similar base product, but slightly different indication from the US, Biores, was acquired last year by ConMed for 246 million. But what's important to note, both of these acquisitions happened within 6 months of FDA approval. So that is the sort of inflection point that seems to be where these acquisitions happen. So why invest in Altach? So it's a high impact technology that addresses a fastly growing market. So people are living longer, sporting injuries are happening, and a knee replacement is not an attractive solution when you're 45 or 55. So it's a high impact technology. We have a team with multiple years of experience in this space, both from a scientific point of view, but also in terms of bringing such products to market. And as an EIS eligible company, we are able to offer Spark investors a 50% discount because, as some of you may know, there is a new law coming in on the 1st of January that allows companies such as ourselves who have never received previous funding to make use of the higher tax rebate. So we'll be able to offer a 50% rebate on your investment at the same terms as other institutional investors, one of which may be of interest to you is a company called NLC Health, who was actually recently at sifted.com mentioned as Europe's most prolific health tech investor. And we are the first Irish company that NLC have invested in. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well done.